यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं। नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामी नामिने। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं। प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथेरारंभे करि मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरणे हय विघ्न विनाशन अनायासे हय निज वांछित पूरन। So today is a disappearance of Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. He is Ananga Manjari in the pastimes of Krishna, and he took birth in South India on the banks of the Kaveri river. The name of the place is Belgundi. He is a son of Venkata Bhatta. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went on the South India tour, on the banks of Kaveri there is Srirangam, a place where Ranganath is giving darshan. There lived this Venkata Bhatta, who is Sri Vaishnava, a Brahmana and a Sri Vaishnava. Mahaprabhu was very pleased with his, Vaishnava qualities, and he requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to stay for 4 months during the Chaturmasya period at his place. And Mahaprabhu had accepted his request and stayed in the house of Venkata Bhatta for 4 months. At that time, Gopal Bhatta Goswami was about 8 or 10 years old. When Gopal Bhatta Goswami saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi, he did not like, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Krishna. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, being Ananga Manjari in his Krishna Leela, he knows that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Krishna. How can the enjoyer God be like a renouncer? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has renounced everything. He has shaven his head and he is acting as a very what do you call, detached person, not as an enjoyer. So he could not really tolerate Mahaprabhu's sannyas vesh. He was crying incessantly that I want. Means by seeing, he was pained in the heart and he was crying incessantly. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very merciful upon him, and in his dream, in the dream of Gopal Bhatta, Mahaprabhu has shown all his pastimes of Navadvipa, about his birth, about his childhood activities, his study, his getting married. All these pastimes were revealed to him by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his dream. By seeing all these, Gopala Bhatta Goswami was greatly satisfied, because he was 8 or 10 years old when Mahaprabhu came there. He could not see Mahaprabhu's pastimes in the house as a child. So when everything got revealed to him in his dream, he was greatly pleased. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took him on his lap out of affection. A small boy, 8 years old. Out of affection, he was shedding tears and wetted Gopal Bhatta Goswami. He told Gopal, I have revealed this to you. Don't tell anyone else. Keep this secret. Mahaprabhu is revealing his identity to the devotees. He is not revealing. He cannot conceal his identity in front of the devotees. In front of the non-devotees, he can conceal himself. But in front of the devotees, even though he wants to conceal, not possible. So, the devotees, because they know the Supreme Lord. So, in this manner, he told Gopal Bhatt, don't reveal to everyone. So, when Mahaprabhu stayed there in the house of Venkata Bhatta for 4 months, Gopal Bhatta Goswami got an opportunity to serve his lotus feet. He was massaging the feet. He was preparing, the offering plate. He was also sometimes getting the remnants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was washing the floor. He was mopping the floor. So he was engaged in all kinds of service activities during these 4 months when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there. It is at this time, during this time, that Mahaprabhu had a discussion with Venkata Bhatta. Venkata Bhatta, as I said, is a Sree Vaishnava, Vaishnava in the Ramanuja Sampradaya. He is a worshipper of Lakshmi Narayan, and he was thinking that my worship of Lakshmi Narayan is superior to that of Mahaprabhu's worshipping Radha Krishna. He was thinking that Narayana has no mother, no father. Therefore, he is the root of all incarnations. Therefore, Narayana is the root of all incarnations. Because Krishna has mother and father, he is an avatara, he is an incarnation. Therefore, my worship of Lakshmi Narayan is superior to Mahaprabhu's worship of Radha Krishna. He had this pride in him. Mahaprabhu is an all-knower. He knows everything, what is going in the heart of all the living entities. And he is also Darpahari, Madhusudana. Darpahari means he who drives away the ego of all the living entities. And now Venkata Bhatta, one day, he was discussing with Venkata Bhatta in a very jovial manner. He is telling Venkata Bhatta, you are worshipping Lakshmi Narayan. Narayan is the master of Vaikuntha planets. In his chest is lying Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of opulence. And there is no scarcity in the worship of Narayan because Lakshmi is directly serving him. On the other hand, my object of worship, Krishna, is a cowherd boy. And the gopis whom I worship, they are also very poor women. They don't have money. Krishna is decorated with, flowers of the forest flowers. He has a peacock feather and he is carrying a flute. Very all cheap items, not very expensive, isn't it? Whereas Narayana is wearing, Kaustuba jewel, and on head there is a, golden helmet bedecked with, stones, very precious stones, and he is wearing golden, what do you call it? Armlets, bracelets, rings, very opulent Narayana. My object of worship is very poor, and also I worship the gopis. They are also very poor ladies. They have no money. Mahaprabhu, to Venkata Bhatta. But my question is that why Lakshmi Devi has left the Vaikuntha she came to this world and performed penance for coming in contact with Krishna. Why is it so? Venkata Bhatta told, what is wrong with it? Because Narayana and Krishna are the same. There is no difference between Krishna, Lakshmipati Narayan and Radhapati Krishna, Gopipati Krishna. Because ontologically they are same. Pastimes different, but ontologically they are same. Therefore, if Lakshmi associates with Krishna, she still retains her chastity. How can that be infidelity? You understand chastity? You understand? Yes. You understand chastity? You explain her. A woman, if she has I will explain. If a woman has an affair with some other person outside marriage, then she will lose her chastity, purity. So, now Lakshmi Devi, what is wrong? Because they are ontologically the same. Then Mahaprabhu says, I am not talking about the infidelity or fidelity of, associating with Krishna. Because as you said, Narayan and Krishna are the same. But my another question is, that even though Lakshmi Devi underwent tapasyas, penances for so many years, still she could not get association of Krishna. Why? This is my question. Devi Lakshmi Shruti Gana Dharani Lutaye Gopi Jana Adhikara Roata Gave. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written this, kirtan in accordance with one verse of Srimad Bhagavat. It says that the Shrutis, the Shruti Shastras and Lakshmi Devi, they come to this world, and means this is, if I am correct, Garbhodashayi is offering prayers to Krishna. This is the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The Shruti Shastras and Lakshmi Devi, they have come to this material world to undergo penances in order to associate with Krishna, to come in contact with Krishna, to serve Krishna. Shrutis have accepted the mood of the gopis, they submitted to the gopis. Therefore, Shruti Shastras, they could get the contact with Krishna. But because Lakshmi Devi did not accept the mood of gopis, she could not give up her opulent mood, she could not get association of Krishna. So, Mahaprabhu's question to Venkata Bhatta is why why Lakshmi Devi did not get the association of Krishna. Venkata Bhatta was perplexed. He had no reply. He says, I am an ordinary living entity. You are Supreme Lord. You know the reason. Please, you tell what is the reason. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, how in Vrindavan Dham, all those inmates they don't see Krishna as their master, they don't see Krishna as an object of worship, but on the contrary, they see Krishna as their own person. The difference is that one is worship in the mood of opulence, in reverence, with rules and regulations, and other is worship with the Supreme Lord, worshipping Supreme Lord with attachment, with possessiveness. Krishna belongs to me and I am of Krishna. So there is an intimacy. The Brajavasis, they don't worship Krishna in the mood of opulence with rules and regulations. So Krishna does not like this, Krishna does not like this, or this is the time for bhoga, this is the time for sleep. No, they don't see all these things beyond rules and regulations. Intimate. And in Vaikuntha, it is just the opposite. Everything is pakka, as we call in Hindi, pakka. You all learned the word pakka, right? Proper. Everything is like proper, on dot. Yes, perfect. So I see that so many Westerners, they learn this word pakka. And they say, it's pakka. They speak to me, it's pakka. I'm like, wow, you learned this pakka very much. So the worship of Narayana should be pakka, very perfect. Like this, at this time, at this time, at this time. But Krishna is not like that. So, because Lakshmi has not accepted the mood of the gopis, she was deprived of the association of Krishna. Even though she performed penances for so many years. Where did she perform? If you have visited Dvadashavan, the 12 forests in Vrindavan, one of the forests is Bilvavan. And it is also called as Shrivan. Another name of Bilvavan is Shrivan. Shrivan because Shri means Lakshmi. Lakshmi Devi has performed penances. That is why this Shrivan has come. Bilvavan is the other name. So, this is the place, if you go to that Bilvavan or Shrivan, today we will find small signature of Lakshmi Devi sitting there and performing penances. So, she did not attain. Mahaprabhu explains what is the mood of the Brajavasis. He tells, Krishnir ek sajiva lakshan. Krishna has got a very, very attractive quality. What is that? Swamadhurye sarvachitta kore akarshan. He captures the hearts of all the living entities by his sweetness. He has the special quality of attracting all the living entities by his sweetness. Brajaloker bhave paiye tahar charan, tare Ishwar kori nahi jane Brajajan. In Braja, the inmates don't consider Krishna as a master or their object of worship. They have a separate Brajabhava. The mood in which they worship is very different. Brajabhav, it is called Brajabhav, the mood of the Brajavasis. What is that mood? Kehon tare putra gyane udhukale bande. Some consider him as their own child and tie him with wooden mortar, the grinding mortar. Keho Sakha Jnanejini Chade Tar Skande. Some consider him as his friend and climb up on his shoulders. Brajendra Nandan Boli Tare Jane Brajajan. They consider him as son of Brajendra Nanda Maharaj, cowherd, a cowherd man. He is a son of, Krishna is a son of cowherd man. He is not Narayana, he is not Krishna, he is not the Lord, he is not the master, he is not an enjoyer. He is son of another cowherd man in Vrindavan. Aishwarya Jnane Nahi Kono Sambandha Manan. They don't give any respect to Krishna. Oh, he is our master, we have to serve him, otherwise he will curse us, we will be offensive, then we have to go to hellish planets for infinite lifetimes. If we place our feet on Krishna, then we have to suffer hellish planets. They don't give any respect to Krishna. They consider him as his equal or inferior. Some consider him as his equal. Friends consider him as his equal. And mother and father, the parents, consider him as inferior. Oh, he does not know, he is innocent. He is a fool. If I don't punish him now, he will become a stupid. I have to educate him, I have to teach him, I have to punish him. He is my dependent, I am his caretaker. So in this manner, the elders, they have that, exchange with Krishna. But no one is considering him as God. Brajaloker bhave jai karai bhajan sei braje pai shuddha brajendra nandan. Those who worship Krishna in the mood of Braja, only they can get him, Brajendra Nandan Krishna, not others. Because Lakshmi has not adopted this mood, she could not get the association of company of Sri Krishna. My dear Venkata Bhatta, listen further. When Krishna was dancing with all the gopis in the Rasa Leela, at that time Krishna disappeared from the Rasa just to make the gopis more worrisome, and by that make the association, the subsequent association, very blissful. So what he did is, he disappeared from the Rasa Leela. And the gopis, they were searching for Krishna. They are searching for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? And Krishna was hiding in some bushes. He saw that the gopis are searching for him, and then they are approaching him, they are coming in his direction. So he immediately, in order to make some fun, there's a lot of jovial mood there. Krishna has assumed the four-hand Narayana form. He sat in the Narayana form. The gopis are coming and searching, where is Krishna? Krishna. There is Narayana sitting. They are inquiring, did you see our Krishna? Om Namo Narayanaya. My obeisances to you. Did you see our Krishna? No, I didn't see. They went away. You see, gopis, even though they could get the company of Narayan, they did not hanker for that association, because they only know Krishna as a cowherd boy. They want cowherd boy. They don't want Narayana, money, opulence, no. They want very simple Krishna cowherd boy who has tucked, flute in his waist and, peacock feather in his hair. That is what they want. Meanwhile, Radharani also, while searching for Krishna, she is coming there, and Krishna is still in the Narayana form, four-handed Narayana form. As Radharani is approaching Narayana, means Krishna in the form of Narayana, Krishna could no longer, be in that Narayana form. Immediately, two of his arms went inside. That place is still there in Vrindavan. It's called Paithadham. In Vrindavan, if you go, there is a place called Paithadham, or also they call it as Paishadham. If you go there, this is the place where Krishna, to make some out of some jovial mood, Krishna assumed the Narayana form, and again two hands went inside, and he immediately became two-handed Krishna by seeing Radharani is there. So, to Venkata Bhatta, Mahaprabhu is explaining, even though the company of Narayana is available, Narayana, Krishna himself could not be in that opulent mood when Radharani came there. So, my dear Venkata Bhatta, the reason why Lakshmi did not get Krishna is she has not accepted this mood. The mood of the gopis, the mood of the Brajavasis is very unique. Only those who follow that mood, they can get Krishna, not others. Venkata Bhatta now could realize how Radha Krishna's service is supreme, because earlier he had this ego that my worship of Lakshmi Narayana is superior to Mahaprabhu's worship of Radha Krishna. But now he got the knowledge, or he understood by Mahaprabhu's instructions how Radha Krishna's worship is superior, and therefore he became devotee of Radha Krishna in the mood of the gopis. Since then, all of his family members, they became Radha Krishna's servants. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from there left to further south, and then he completed South India tour and came to Nilachal Dham. Now Gopal Bhatta Goswami is the son of Venkata Bhatta. He got the association, he got to hear Harikatha from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all the members of Venkata Bhatta's family, they all became Krishna Bhaktas. So at the time of their disappearing, Venkata Bhatta and his wife, they ordered Gopal Bhatta, go to Vrindavan, perform your bhajan in Vrindavan. So they disappeared, and receiving order of Venkata Bhatta and his mother and his wife, Gopal Bhatta comes to Vrindavan Dham. And previously he received Harinam from his uncle, paternal uncle. His name is Prabodhananda Saraswati. Prabodhananda and Venkata Bhatta, they are brothers. So Prabodhananda became a sannyasi, and Gopal Bhatta took initiation from Prabodhananda Saraswati. Now in Vrindavan, he comes and meets Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. After he meets them, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami writes a letter to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that, Gopal Bhatta to Rupa and Sanatana, my special love and affection to Gopal Bhatta. Please consider Gopal Bhatta as your own younger brother, treat him as your younger brother, and show love, care and affection towards him. Because Rupa and Sanatana, they are very seniors to Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Sanatana Goswami has written Hari Bhakti Vilas in the name of Gopal Bhatta. Hari Bhakti Vilas is a compilation of so many things. Sanatana Goswami compiled, and later it is Gopal Bhatta Goswami who had edited, proofread this book, and it is in the name of Bhatta Goswami. He has also written commentaries to the Bilomangal Thakur's Krishna Karnamrita. Krishna Karnamrita is a very, very, the scripture that talks about the very sweet pastimes of Krishna. Bilomangal Thakur has written. Rasik. Leela Sukh. So, the purports to this or explanations to this are also written by Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So he stayed there, and also, yes, the Jiva Goswami has written Shadasandarbha. It is based on Gopal Bhatta's previous writings. Whatever Gopal Bhatta has written, based on this only, Jiva Goswami has written Shadasandarbha also. And he is also the author of Satkriya Saradipika. Satkriya Saradipika is a manual for the performance of all various duties right from Garbha Sanskar. Garbha Sanskar means the moment a woman conceives, or the moment a living entity enters into the womb of a mother, there is a sanskar. And then when the living entity comes out of the mother's womb, Janama Sanskar, birth ceremony. Then the naming ceremony, Namakaran Sanskar, Upanayan Sanskar, Chudakaran Sanskar, shaving ceremony, Annaprasana Sanskar, the first, rice grain eating ceremony, Vidya Vilas Sanskar, the starting of education, then Vivaha Sanskar, getting him married. So in this manner, there are different, sanskaras, or different rituals that are to be performed. How they are to be performed in the Vaishnava way, he has collected from all the, Vaishnava tantras, all the Vaishnava scriptures and smritis, and then he had written this book, Satkriya Saradipika. So these are the various contributions that Gopal Bhatta Goswami has done, literary contributions. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami had two principal disciples. One is Srinivas Acharya and other is Gopinath Pujari. Srinivas Acharya is the one who has written Shadagoswami Ashtak, the Ashtak of the six Goswamis. So he is a follower of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And another, Gopinath Pujari. Gopinath Pujari, there is a story behind how Gopinath Pujari became his disciple. One time, Gopal Bhatta Goswami went to Haridwar. And in Haridwar, there is a place, near Haridwar, there is a place called Saharanpur. Our Nishkinchan Maharaj's birthplace is Saharanpur. You have seen Nishkinchan Maharaj? You have seen him? You have taken his darshan? His birthplace is Saharanpur. Not to this place. So in Saharanpur, there is a couple who had no child. Brahmana, basically, a Brahmana couple, very devoted, and they have a lot of affection for the sadhus. But they had no child. So when Gopal Bhatta Goswami came there, he saw that the couple is in distress because of having no child. He blessed them that they will have a devotee child. And later, by the blessings of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, they got a child who was very much devoted, and they have offered him in the service of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. His name is Gopinath Pujari. So in this manner, Gopinath Pujari became the disciple and servant of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, because by his special mercy on this couple, they could get a child. Now, there is a very, very interesting story that has happened in the life of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. That is how Radharaman has come into the manifestation. Today we see in Vrindavan, Radharaman is the famous temple. Many devotees go there. It is one of the places where Gaudiyas visit. There are so many temples: Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Damodar, and Radha Madan Mohan, Govinda, Gopinath, Raman. So Radha Raman is one of the principal temples where the Gaudiyas take darshan, and also outsiders. Gopal Bhatta Goswami had got 12 Shaligram Shilas. When he went to Gandaki, at that time he was blessed with Shaligramas. And he was serving them with lot of love, faith and affection. But one thing he was thinking was, if I had deities, then I could dress them nicely, I could decorate them, So he was thinking that I am not able to decorate the shaligramas, I am not able to, dress them up. So he had got this desire. Meanwhile, one rich merchant also came there and he gave, cloths. That these are the cloths of the deities, you please offer to your deities. At that time also Gopal Bhatta was thinking that only if I had the deities, I would be very happy and I would be able to serve them properly. So that night, out of the 12 shaligramas, one shaligrama got transformed into a deity form, beautiful deity form, small deity form. His name is Radharaman. You don't see Radhaji there, you will only see Ramanji, but Radharani is sitting next to him on the Singhasan as a silver crown. You see a silver crown sitting nice. Yes. So that is Radharani.
And there's a deity of her there?
No. Radharani deity is not there.
Why is no deity of Radharani?
Because Ramanji has manifested from the Shaligram, Radharaman became manifest. The deities are not installed. They are Swayambhu. They automatically came into manifestation.
So they don't worship Radharani?
No. Because it's a Swayambhu Vigraha. So Radharani, the symbol of Radharani in the form of a crown is sitting next to Gopal. Not Gopal, sorry, Radharaman. So this Radharaman deities are very, very small and very beautiful. When Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they heard that beautiful deities have come into manifestation, immediately they came to see. They performed kirtans and started dancing in ecstasy. So many Brajavasis also came there and a great festival was organized there because Radharamanji has come into manifestation. And even today, in the month of Vaishakha, means April, May, during the month of Vaishakha, the appearance on the Purnima, full moon day, the appearance of Radharamanji is observed. Abhisheka is performed. Abhisheka means bathing ceremony, and feast is observed on this particular day, on the means that appearance day of Radharamanji. So the Lord becoming, being affectionate to his devotee, has become subservient to his devotee's mood and assumed the form of a deity and accepted his service. In this manner, we can see how the Lord is always, how devotees are always affectionate to the Lord. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami, his samadhi is right next to the Radharaman temple. The devotees who go to Radharaman, they also visit the samadhi of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So today is the disappearance of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. He lived almost for 80 or 85 years in this material world and blessed the living entities. So today is his disappearance day, and we pray at the lotus feet of Gopal Bhatta Goswami that may he forgive our offenses that we have performed, that we might have committed knowingly or unknowingly, and bestow us the strength to engage in the service of Hariguru Vaishnavas and make our life successful. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. So tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is a break. We will not be having Harikatha tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, we will continue with our Jada Bharat and Rahugana's discussion.
What book is this?
Chaitanya Associates in Bengali.
It is not available in English.
It is.
Who wrote this?
Our Gurudev.
Oh, really? And it's available in English?
Yes.
That's a book. Oh, that's his book?
Yes.
Oh.
You have to purchase.
Yeah.
श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जू की जय। श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंच तत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। परमाराधितम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्टों विष्णुपाद प्रवंश स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। सपरिकर श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधा गोविंद श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय। श्री गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। तदयतिरभाव तिथि पूजा की जय। श्री राधा रमण जीव की जय। जय चातुर्मास्य व्रत पालनकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री हरि कथा श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।